That big steamer that was out there, sir. The one that was firing rockets.
What about it?
Well, she seems to have gone now, sir.
Yeah.
That big steamer, sir. The one that was firing the rockets.
She seems to have gone now. And she didn't fire any more rockets.
No, sir.
Very well. What's the time?
2:45, sir.
Well, enter it in the log.
Aye, aye, sir.
Lost.
That's right, yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, Cottam, yes, what is it?
Message from the Californian, sir. She's nearby. Just heard about the Titanic. Wants to know if there's anything she can do.
Tell them no, nothing. Everything that was humanly possible has been done.
Hey guys, Rilhon here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Californian here, which I just finished. So yeah, I'm doing something new. I'm combining my showcase and tour videos into one. I think I might do that from now on, except if the ship is very big, for example, say the Big Four in the future. But yes, anyway, let's get right into it. So we have the Californian here. She was launched in 1901. Sailed on her maiden voyage the year after, and she was a cargo ship built for the Leyland Line to transport cotton mainly, but she could also transport cattle, livestock, and just other general cargo. And she was fairly similar. If you've seen my Naronic videos and Bovik videos in the past, it's pretty much that. She's very similar to them, both in proportions, purpose, and yeah, all that. So the Californian was a British cargo ship built for the Leyland Line by the Caledon Shipbuilding and Engineering Company in Dundee, Scotland. She was launched in 1901 and sailed on her maiden voyage the year after, mainly transporting cotton and livestock, but she could also carry a limited number of passengers. Californian is infamous for her cruise in action during the sinking of the RMS Titanic on the 14th to the 15th of April 1912. Her captain, Stanley Lord, took no action to rescue the survivors of the sinking, though it is very unlikely any more people could have been saved due to the distance between the ships, as well as Californian being surrounded by an ice field, having stopped for the night. Lord and his crew were heavily scrutinized afterwards, but they were never charged in any way, although Lord was fired from the Leyland Line after Titanic's sinking. Californian later served during World War I as a troop ship and cargo ship. In November 1915, she was torpedoed by German U-boats, resulting in the death of one fireman, but she did not sink. She was towed to Malta, but after deciding she would be a danger to navigating while there, Californian was towed out to the sea and scuttled. Her wreck has not been discovered. I suppose we'll get right into the tour, starting from the top here, from the bridge. She had a flying bridge just like most ships at the time, although she did not have a wheelhouse, which I'm sure would have been very tough for the bridge crew on certain bad days, bad weather. There's some skylights here leading down into this little deck house. At first here we have the captain's cabin. He lives in here. And then if we go into this entrance on this side, we get to there's a little staircase. There's a smoke room here. This was both for the crew, for the officers, as well as the passengers. I guess it was mostly just for the passengers and officers. I don't think other crew members would be allowed in here. It would be a bit crowded. And then in here we have the chart room as well. Yeah, let's head down the staircase. So this ship carried, I've found sources that it says both first and second class passengers, or like sources that say she carried first class passengers, and sources that just she carried second class. Either way, it was just one class. I don't know how it was designated. But yeah, there were, I can't remember how many cabins, around 20 cabins here on the side. For passengers, they would have been fairly basic. They also had a dining room here, or not just a dining room, but more of a saloon lounge combo, which was the case on these older ships, because Californian, of course, she was mostly just meant to as a cargo ship. In the middle here, as we head back, we get to the galley where the food was cooked. And then further aft, we have a stewardess cabin, as well as a lavatory, as well as a bathroom. And then we're out on the stern here. Let's go back to the front, and let's go through this door. Now we are on the other side. We have the staircase here. Here is where the officers were housed. We have the chief officer here, and yeah, it's the same for all of them. Here is the purser. Here is the doctor. We have a bar here, and here is a little steward's compartment. The chief steward is here, and then the chief cook. We have some, I should mention this now, we have some plans of Californian, but they're not that great, they're not that high quality, so it's kind of hard to see what each of these rooms were for. So there's a bit of guesswork, but it's educated at least, so it shouldn't be too far from the truth. Cooks and butcher and baker in here. There's a mess room here for the crew members. That's probably where they would have smoked. Some stores for the galley. That's the galley again. And then this is the engineer's quarters. So we have the chief engineer. Yeah, they all look the same, pretty much. We have the electric and engineers and boiler makers, store, refrigeration engineers, and then we have bathroom and some toilets here. It was really hard to get this to fit. I had to do some really finicky stuff here. It doesn't look great at all, but I did what I could. And then we're out here again. Yeah, this is the ice house. I forgot to label these. I need to do that. Yeah, let's talk quickly about the exterior before we move down into the ship. So we have the anchor crane here in the front with the windlass gear. We have a total of 4 hatches on the forecastle deck, and I believe there's 3 on the stern. Then the second one here actually is open, like we've seen on many White Star ships of the time. And yeah, this is open down to here, and then it's enclosed from that point. This is to provide ventilation for the livestock spaces below. There's some more winches. There's 2 masts in the bow here. The flags here, so this is the American flag, of course, because she's sailing on the North Atlantic route to America. This is the Leyland Line flag, kind of pink and green with a white, I forget if it's a white cross or something in the middle. I'll put up the flag on screen right now. And then we have a blue flag here, kind of like a, is it called a pendant when it's sort of like a triangle? I don't know, but it says Californian. It's supposed to be say that at least on top of it. And then here's the boat deck. She carried 6 boats originally. I don't know if she had got more over time after Titanic's sinking, who knows. But yeah, we have the deckhouse for the funnel here, and the engine room skylight. Then in the aft deck here we have the 2 masts, as I said, 3 more hatches, and then this is the steering gear deckhouse with the, you guessed it, steering gear inside that turned the ship's rudder. Californian had a single propeller, probably painted grey, at least according to oceanic colorizations, so I put my faith in him. He was also a great help to this. I would like to take the opportunity to thank him a lot for providing me with many references to the ship. He provided me with deck plans, photos, so big thank you to Oceanic Colorizations. He will be linked in the description below. So yeah, let's move down a deck. It's not much more to say below this though. Just the livestock deck here, and then the cargo holds on the deck below. Here's a bunch of cotton that it's transporting. There's a bit more crew quarters in the bow here. We have the lamp room. The fireman is housed here, as well as the greasers, trimmers. Then there's some petty officers as well. So the carpenter, storekeeper, quartermasters, master at arms, bosun and mate. There's some lavatories, as well as a little store in the front, going all the way down. I don't think there was anything in the stern. No, it's just this goes all the way. You escaped. How did you escape? I forgot to add a barrier block here. Get inside. There we go. No animals were harmed in the making of this video. That was just AI. Trust me. Yes, a stern in the... or a store in the stern. There we go. And then below this, it's just a donkey boiler in here. I forgot to detail this, I need to do it as well. This would have been used while the ship was in port. They would have turned off the main boilers, and then this smaller boiler could have powered the electricity on board, as well as the winches, which you can see here. The anvils here represent the steam lines that connects the winches with the boilers, and yeah, stuff like that. And this was funneled into the main funnel uptake casing. We can go down here. We have some tanks, skylight. We can go down this casing here to get down into the main boiler room here. There's just one, and there were 2 double-ended boilers. There was also, you know, the coal bunkers here, of course. There was a coal hatch in the middle. And yeah, that's pretty much that. We can't see shit. Let's get out here again. There we go. You've all seen this. It's the same. I feel like I built the same boiler room for like 20 ships in a row, building all these White Star liners. Of course, this wasn't a White Star liner, and she wasn't built by Harlan Wolff, but she would have been similar in many ways. She would have utilized many similar design elements. And finally here we have the engine room where the ship's singular triple expansion engine was housed. We have the skylight here on top with the waste heat boiler here. The engine, of course, itself in the middle. We have the electric engine on the side. Then some various equipment, some pumps. This is where you had the telegraph to communicate with the bridge. We have this sort of like engine indicator. Some tanks, and then this is the circulating pumps to either take the waste water from the condenser here and funnel it out into the sea, or funnel it back into the boilers to reuse the filtered water. Here is the frost block to keep the engine from pretty much shaking itself apart off the base plate it sits on. And then finally here we have the propeller shaft tunnel going all the way back here. So that, my friends, is pretty much that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the download as well. I will see you guys in the next one. What might come next is probably the Oceanic update or the Athenic class. So I will see you guys then. Take care. Bye bye.